We'll take a look at a new piece of functionality now called Convert to Body. If we take a look at this drawing here, when we're working in SOLIDWORKS, we're creating lots of references between components. So if we assemble components together, we create mates. If we create drawings of those assemblies or parts, we're adding dimensions or balloons or numerous different bits and pieces that refer to faces or edges. So we're constantly building these relationships. Now 2017 gives us a powerful new capability for simplifying parts with detailed or complicated histories. And historically doing those type of operations would be quite awkward in SOLIDWORKS if we had associated assemblies or drawings. So we'll take a look at this frame component here to see how this works. So the frame component is included within an assembly, it's included within a drawing. It's been produced by using a derived component which contains some sketch information about how and where the hole positions need to be. So there's some fairly complicated information within there. We've obviously got hole positions, numerous other different bits and pieces. So we can see there's a fair amount of detail within this part. We may want to simplify that to send out to somebody, and we don't necessarily need to give them all the information that that's contained within that part. Now in 2017 we can now use the Convert to Bodies option. So this just requires us to rebuild and save the file first, which we'll do, and then we'll go ahead and use the Convert to Bodies command. So I'm just going to give the file a new name, so we'll call it frame new, and you'll notice I'm going to use the save as copy option, so just save as here, and what that will do is it will replace this component called frame with the new variant in the assembly and the drawing. Now I have an option here to preserve reference geometry and sketches, and we'll talk a little bit about what that does once I've clicked OK. So firstly, what you'll notice is that it preserves the sketches, any reference geometry are all contained still within the part, but we end up with a converted body feature within the tree. So none of that complicated or confusing feature history. If we return to our assembly, you'll see that all the mates that were attached to this component are now still attached. So something that in previous releases, if we'd have saved a parasolid, for example, and replaced that in the assembly, wouldn't hold true. And one of the reasons for that is when we perform, or historically when we perform an operation like save as or convert to a parasolid, the faces and edges within the model get given new identification numbers within the system. So this then confuses SOLIDWORKS when looking at mates and bits and pieces like that. But the tick box that I selected for preserving reference geometry and IDs actually maintains all the numbering that's been done in the background. So something that wasn't done historically. So if we move back over to the drawing just to complete the cycle, you'll see the bill of materials is showing our new frame component. So frame new here. You'll see it's shown in each of the drawing views. Any dimensional values that are attached to edges are still maintained. All the balloons are still there. So we've got a much better process now for using and reusing geometry, simplifying geometry and maintaining the reference structure that's built around them.